What if I told you that February is the most important month for your garden, even though most people think it's a dead zone? Sounds crazy, right? But here's the thing. What you do right now will decide whether your plants thrive or struggle for the rest of the year. Ignore this month and you could be fighting pests, weak soil, and disappointing harvests for months. But get it right, you'll have stronger plants, healthier soil, and a garden that practically takes care of itself. So, what exactly should you be doing in February? Well, let's talk about it, because the first mistake most people make happens before they even touch the soil. February might seem quiet in the garden, but beneath the surface, it's a game-changing month. The choices you make now will determine how strong your plants grow, how resilient your garden is, and how much work you'll need to do later. Let's break it down, step by step. First, feed your soil, because it's starving right now. Winter strips soil of its nutrients, leaving it dry, compacted, and lifeless. Healthy plants start with healthy soil, so this is the perfect time to add organic compost, aged manure, or a layer of mulch. These natural materials rebuild the soil structure and encourage beneficial microbes to wake up. Think of your soil like a pantry. If you don't restock it, your plants won't have anything to eat when they wake up in spring. February is the perfect time to give your soil the nutrients it lost over winter. But how? Simple. Organic compost, aged manure, or a thick layer of mulch. Why does this matter? Because after months of rain, snow, or dry conditions, your soil is depleted. Without adding organic matter now, you risk weak plants, poor yields, and way more work later. Healthy soil isn't just about dirt. It's a living ecosystem full of beneficial microbes, fungi, and earthworms that help plants absorb nutrients. Dr. Elaine Ingham, a leading soil scientist, puts it best. It's not the nutrients themselves that feed the plants, it's the microbes in the soil that make those nutrients available. So when you feed your soil, you're actually feeding the life within it. A quick, easy way to do this? Spread a 2-3 inch layer of compost or well-rotted manure over your garden beds. Cover it with mulch and let nature do the work. When spring arrives, your plants will thank you with stronger roots, healthier growth, and bigger harvests. February is a crucial month for pruning, but timing and technique matter greatly. Pruning not only encourages healthy growth, but also enhances fruit production and reduces the risk of disease. But here's the catch, not all plants benefit from pruning in February. Knowing which ones to tackle can make all the difference in your garden's success. Fruit trees such as apples, pears, and figs should receive your attention first. During their dormant season, a gentle cut back stimulates growth when spring arrives. It helps shape the tree and encourages stronger branches which bear more fruit. Think of it as giving them a fresh start for the upcoming growing season. However, be careful. Spring bloomers like lilacs, forsythia, and flowering dogwood should hold off until after they've bloomed. Pruning them now can mean sacrificing those beautiful blooms you look forward to each year. The goal is to create an overall healthy structure for your plants. Use clean, sharp tools to make clean cuts, which heal faster, reducing the risk of disease entering through open wounds. Proper pruning is like giving your plants a guiding hand, ensuring they thrive, leading to bountiful blooms and plentiful harvests. A common mistake? Waiting until it's warm to start your garden. Many crops like tomatoes, peppers, and herbs need a head start. Starting seeds indoors now gives them time to grow strong before spring. All you need is a sunny window or a simple grow light. Plus, you'll save money compared to buying nursery plants later. Starting seeds early in February might seem counterintuitive, especially when winter still casts its chilly grip. However, this proactive approach can drastically enhance your gardening success come spring. Many crops, such as tomatoes, peppers, and basil, thrive with a head start. Starting your seeds indoors now allows them to develop strong roots and foliage before they face the harsher outdoor conditions. Why does this matter? Think about it. When you start seeds indoors, you're effectively lengthening the growing season. By the time the last frost clears and it's safe to transplant outside, your seedlings will be several weeks ahead. This early growth enables them to establish themselves quickly in the garden, leading to more robust plants and higher yields. You don't need fancy equipment. A sunny windowsill or inexpensive grow lights will do the trick. Opt for seed trays or recycled containers and use a quality seed starting mix for optimal growth. Remember to provide warmth and moisture, as seeds will respond positively to these conditions. In short, seeding early doesn't just mean bigger plants, it can lead to a more fruitful and diverse harvest. So don't let the cold deter you. Start those seeds now and watch your garden flourish when the warmer months arrive. As the cold weather slows down your garden's activity, don't forget about your compost. February is a key opportunity to give it a little wake-up call. Just because your compost pile seems dormant doesn't mean it's forgotten. It's merely taking a winter snooze. By turning your compost pile, you can reignite the decomposition process, ensuring it's ready to feed your plants come spring. Think of compost as a fine wine. It needs the right conditions to develop all its wonderful qualities. If your pile appears dry, give it a gentle sprinkle of water. Moisture is crucial as it encourages microorganisms to flourish, breaking down organic matter efficiently. And if it's emitting an unpleasant odor, it's time to mix in more brown materials. Think dried leaves, cardboard, or straw. The balance between green, nitrogen-rich, and brown, carbon-rich materials is essential for a healthy compost pile. A well-maintained compost system is a gardener's best friend, providing nutrient-rich organic matter that enhances soil structure, improves drainage, and promotes healthy plant growth. With a little effort this February to wake up your compost, you're investing in the success of your garden for the entire year. Don't let this valuable resource go to waste. Just because it's cold doesn't mean pests are gone. Aphid eggs, slug larvae, and even overwintering beetles are hiding under leaves, in soil cracks, or inside plant debris. Cleaning up old plant matter now reduces the number of pests that will attack your garden in spring. Plus, introducing beneficial insects like ladybugs or using neem oil on problem areas can prevent infestations before they start. February often lulls gardeners into a false sense of security. While we might anticipate a fresh start in spring, it's vital to remember that pests have their own survival strategies, and many remain lurking in your garden, just waiting for the temperatures to rise. Take aphids, for example. Those tiny green insects sneakily lay eggs on the undersides of leaves, ready to hatch when spring arrives. Slug larvae often burrow underground, while some beetles find refuge in plant debris, potentially emerging as a menace in warmer months. This is why February is an excellent time for a thorough cleanup. Rake away old leaves, dead stems, and any debris where pests can hide. By reducing their hiding spots now, you significantly lower the chances of dealing with infestations later. Consider introducing beneficial insects like ladybugs, which naturally prey on pests, or applying neem oil to problem areas as a preventative measure. These steps not only protect your current crops, but also set a strong foundation for a healthier garden come spring. By being proactive now, you'll nurture a thriving ecosystem that invites beneficial species while keeping destructive ones at bay. Your future self, your plants, will surely thank you. Have you ever planted too much in one area and ended up with a tangled mess of weak plants? That happens when spacing isn't planned early. February is the time to sketch out your garden layout and make sure your plants have room to grow. Companion planting, like pairing basil with tomatoes or marigolds with vegetables, can also improve growth and naturally repel pests. As the chilly winds of February start to fade, it's the perfect month to strategize your garden layout. Planning isn't just a creative exercise, it fundamentally impacts the health and success of your garden. Imagine each plant having enough space to grow. This allows them to access vital resources like sunlight, water, and nutrients without competing with each other. Start by sketching out your garden on paper. Look at the sun's path and identify which areas receive the most light. Position sun-loving plants like tomatoes and peppers where they'll bask in sunlight, while shade-tolerant varieties like leafy greens can flourish in cooler or partially shaded spots. Consider companion planting too. For example, basil not only enhances the flavor of tomatoes but also acts as a natural repellent for pests. By grouping compatible plants, you'll create a thriving ecosystem that boosts growth and minimizes pests. Moreover, leave adequate spacing between plants to improve air circulation, which helps reduce the chance of disease. Crowded plants can strain resources and yield disappointing results. This thoughtful layout will pave the way for a lush, productive garden, ensuring your efforts pay off as the growing season unfolds. Dull pruning shears, rusty shovels, and broken hoses can slow you down when it's time to get to work. Cleaning and sharpening your tools now makes gardening easier and prevents plant damage. A sharp tool makes clean cuts, which heal faster and reduce the chance of disease spreading through your plants. As February ushers in anticipation for the upcoming gardening season, taking the time to check your tools is crucial for a successful start. Think of your garden tools as the unsung heroes of your gardening journey. They play a pivotal role in nurturing and cultivating your plants. Dull, rusty, or broken tools can turn a delightful gardening endeavor into a frustrating chore. Start by assessing each tool in your collection. Clean off any dirt or debris and check for signs of wear. Are your pruning shears sharp? A clean, sharp blade not only makes the task easier but also ensures smooth cuts, promoting faster healing for your plants and minimizing the chance of disease. If your tools require sharpening, it's a straightforward process that can yield remarkable results. Next, inspect wooden handles for splinters or cracks. Repair or replace as necessary. Don't forget to look at hoses or watering cans, ensure they're intact and free from leaks. By preparing your tools now, you set yourself up for efficiency during the busy spring season. This proactive approach not only enhances your gardening experience, but also fosters healthier plants, ultimately leading to a flourishing garden that reflects your hard work and care. Bare soil is vulnerable to erosion, weeds, and nutrient loss. Covering it with mulch, straw, or even planting a cover crop like clover can protect it. Healthy soil equals healthy plants, and this simple step prevents headaches later in the season. While February might seem like a quiet lull before the gardening season kicks into full gear, there's an important task that shouldn't be overlooked: protecting your soil. Bare soil is vulnerable, exposed to harsh weather conditions like erosion from rain and wind, nutrient depletion, and even the rapid growth of weeds, which can steal vital resources from your future plants. Covering your soil with organic matter, such as mulch, straw, or even plant materials like leaves, can significantly help. These protective layers act like a cozy blanket for your soil, keeping moisture in and temperature stable, promoting the health of beneficial organisms. You might also consider planting a cover crop, like clover or vetch, which not only shields your soil but also adds nutrients back into it when turned under later. A well-protected soil environment fosters robust plants, rich in nutrients, and minimizes the headache of weeds and erosion later on. Think of it as laying the groundwork for a successful gardening year ahead. The more you care for your soil now, the more it will reward you with healthy, thriving plants when the growing season finally arrives. If you planted winter veggies like kale, spinach, or carrots, now is the time to check them. As the weather warms, some plants start bolting, which makes them bitter. Harvesting at the right time ensures the best flavor and nutrient content. As February rolls in, it's essential to take a good look at your winter crops. Vegetables like kale, spinach, and carrots thrive in the colder months. But as temperatures start to warm up, some of them may be sneaking toward a crucial stage known as bolting. Bolting occurs when plants flower and go to seed, which can lead to a bitter taste and tough texture. Definitely not what you want for your plate. So why is it vital to harvest these crops now? Timing is everything in gardening. By harvesting before bolting begins, you're ensuring that you get the tastiest, most nutritious vegetables possible. For instance, kale and spinach are best enjoyed when they're young and tender. If you wait too long, not only will taste suffer, but your plants will divert energy to flowering instead of producing more delicious greens. When you harvest your winter crops, do so gently to avoid damaging the surrounding plants. Use sharp shears to snip off leaves or roots close to the base. This act not only rewards you with a fresh, vibrant harvest, but also encourages the remaining plants to continue growing and producing. Remember, every bit you harvest now contributes to your enjoyment of homegrown goodness and sets the stage for a fantastic gardening year ahead. The biggest mistake in February? Rushing things. Gardening is about timing, patience, and working with nature, not against it. Trust that the steps you take now, prepping soil, planting, and pruning, are setting you up for success in the months ahead. Embracing the waiting game in gardening is crucial for long-term success. February may feel like a slow-paced month in your garden, but this is a vital time to set the groundwork for vibrant growth throughout the year. Rather than rushing to plant seeds or force early blooms, take this opportunity to focus on preparation and nurturing your garden's foundation. Remember, gardening is a journey, a process rooted in nature's rhythms. While it can be tempting to want immediate results, patience produces healthier plants. When you give your soil time to rejuvenate with organic matter, it builds up essential nutrients that plants will tap into later. Similarly, when you carefully prune trees or shrubs now, you're not just shaping them for immediate beauty, you're fostering stronger structures that will withstand future challenges. Think of gardening as a delicate choreography. Every step matters. The time spent waiting translates into robust growth and flourishing harvests later on. By honoring this process and nurturing your garden's needs, you are setting the stage for a magnificent display of color, health, and productivity. So take a deep breath, enjoy the calm of February, and trust that the rewards of your patience will pay off in abundance when spring finally arrives. With these 10 essential tips, your garden will be healthier, stronger, and more productive all year long. Gardening isn't just about what you see above the soil, it's about everything happening beneath it too. And there you have it, 10 essential guide to maximizing your garden's potential this February. We hope you found these tips informative and inspiring as you embark on your gardening journey. Remember, every small action you take now can lead to a bountiful harvest later. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about gardening techniques, plant care, or seasonal tips, be sure to check out our other related videos. Don't forget to hit that like button, share with your fellow garden enthusiasts, and subscribe to our channel for more engaging content. Your support helps us continue to provide valuable information for all plant lovers out there. Thanks again for watching, and we can't wait to see you in our next video. Let's grow together.